know Shekhar, and they also know Praveen. So, let's get started. Go ahead, Praveen, Shekhar.
Namaskar, Shekhar Dada. Namaskar. Thank you again for this opportunity. Shekhar Dada, heartiest congratulations on the publishing of Gravity of Gratitude. You are joining for the first time. This is part 2 session of the Gravity of Gratitude session. Shekhar Dada recently published a book on with the same topic. You can see it on his left hand side and our right hand side, just behind. Shekhar Dada is a noted neuroscientist, and he also has a lot of yoga background because he comes from a family which has deep roots in spiritualism and yoga sutras. So with that combination, this book has come alive, and now we had a first session which really spoke about the emotion gratitude and how it plays an important role in our well-being. So with that background, Dada, after the session, we were able to collect a lot of questions. And
my WhatsApp was also flooded with questions.
Absolutely. And these questions have been so overwhelming because some of these questions are also questions that I had in mind. I'm sure a lot of our viewers have had in mind. So I will start if you are ready.
Sure, I'm ready.
Absolutely. So the first question was, as human beings, we have various emotions, positive, negative, and then we all understand that one needs to be positive for a happier life. We have multiple on that, and positive thinking, positive mental attitude. We keep talking about it.
Yes.
Then what is so special about gratitude? I mean, it's a positive emotion, we understand, but why gratitude has been selected of all the other positive ones?
Oh, wonderful question. Please thank the person who has asked this question. I really appreciate clarification on that aspect. Why positive and why negative? Why we need, I understand that you said that we need both the equation, positive and negative, right? Yes. We need them both. You know why we need them? Because in order to know the difference, what is positive and what is negative, if we don't know the difference, we cannot transcend either of them. Gratitude is a protocol, or the thank you protocol is the way to transcend both the negative and positive. So negative and positive aspect is in the realm of duality. Okay. So with gratitude, you are close to that non-dual feeling or emotion, non-dual feeling, you know what? And that is closest to, you call our own default nature, which is bliss, right? It is a very close, like it's not that, but it's almost there. Like you can jump right away immediately, very short. So with gratitude, with the positive, in short, the answer is the positive and negative emotions are very important for you to understand the difference. And then once you go into gratitude, you are so close to your default nature that you can take a jump. That's why.
So, Dada, this actually reminds me of Swami Vivekananda's statement where he says that, Brahman is something that is without cause. And gratitude, as I understand, is that one without a cause, that emotion which has the special status of being one which can be without a cause. It is not dualistic in nature.
Yes.
Amazing.
Correct.
So, Dada, on the same lines, gratitude without a cause. Why do we, can you share why it is without a cause? And how does it work? I mean, this cause, effect, and gratitude, how does that entire thing work?
See, yeah, go for it. Please. Yeah, sorry for interruption.
So far, we have always been used to, okay, I do something, I get an output of it. So there is always a cause and there is an effect. If I'm nice to people, I get their gratitude. But if I am not so good with them, then I get their wrath or whatever. So
Yes.
is it that this particular emotion uh, transcends this cause and effect?
Yes, actually what happens is gratitude is that which is a causeless cause. Actually, it is the cause of everything. It's not an effect of doing something X, Y, and Z. It is not. Eh, so what it does is basically the gratitude frequency is the closest frequency to the source or the Tao or the Brahman or whatever you call it, right? And in that vicinity of causeless cause, the gratitude is staying right there, right there. So it's basically coming. I mean, the answer is in continuation with your first question, also in addition to that. And that's why gratitude is the cause for everything else. It is not a cause because of, it is a cause for everything else. That's why it is like that. Am I okay with that? Clear or still confused? Hello.
Absolutely, Dada. Sorry, I had self-muted myself. Absolutely.
Oh, okay. 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 So
Thank you.
you don't need to mute yourself.
So we have all often seen, Dada, that people are most great, who are most grateful, they always lead blissful, happy lives. So somewhere gratitude and happiness is always there. Even since childhood, our grandmothers, our parents have taught us that be thankful for what you have. अपने से उन लोगों को देखो जिनके पास अपने से कम है, and be grateful for what you have. So gratefulness helps in leading a blissful and happy life. But this, while we understand this, what is the connection between really gratitude and that happy life? Is there a scientific basis for this? How does it really work within our complex bodies and minds?
I would like to make an amendment to that one observation that you said, that apne se niche logon ko dekho. That pleasure is that is a sadistic pleasure. You might misinterpret as happiness or whatever you can call it. उनको देख के आप तृप्त रहो, that is a misnomer, I would say. Sorry about that, but
No, absolutely.
yeah, just a little misnomer in that. It's not the real, it is a conditional event. When you see this, somebody is not do good or suffering, and you feel you are doing good, you feeling good, which is at the expense of that person suffering. That's something which is I would I would refrain from doing that. This is as you said, it is a causeless. It is not because of. Gratitude is causeless. My father was a direct example of that person you're talking about. As you say that they lead a very blissful and happy life, right? So my father was one of those most blissful person and very thankful, all the time thankful. So, and no wonder he led a very, very happy and healthy life. Actually, extreme. I've never seen him sick throughout my life. Nothing happened to him. All the time he was happy and he was very healthy. So he just like that. He never let the sympathetic. I remember last time I talked about sympathetic nervous system, fight and flight and crazy, except once in his lifetime. Once he was a store supervisor. Okay. So in his store, there was some theft. And within a week, there was a inspection by the inspector of that place who wanted to check the inventory and everything, is how much is coming in, how much is going out, how much is going to the repair things and all that. So he found there was a huge amount of thing was missing, and that time he had as almost like an amygdala attack. Amygdala attack is the thing which I have discussed in the book. Somebody who is It is a detailed expression. It is a detailed, very simply explained in the book. So I would encourage somebody who can get panic attack and what happens to that person, and how this protocol, thank you protocol, came into existence in his life was by his friend who said, do this. Okay, sit down and do thank you, and breathe in, thank, and breathe out you, like mentally, right? When you are breathing in, you breathe in, thank, and when you are breathing out, you is. And my dad asked, why, who do you thank? He said, no, nothing, just to the existence, the infinite existence ko astitva ko hi thank karo, don't worry about. And he did that, and he settled. And he said, just do this, and you will feel that, and visualize that the stolen aspect is coming back into the store. That's it. Don't worry about anything. Everything will be fine. And he did that. Within 2 days, that the fellow who stole the stuff and his gang came and surrendered. He said, Mayanil Saab, I am so sorry that I did this wrong. I don't know what got into my head, and I did this. And my father said, don't do it again. And after that, he never labeled them. He never had any resentment against them. He treated them as equal, everybody, as if nothing happened. And those people changed because of that one single say, Aap kabhi mat karna, don't ever do this again. This is all he said. And after that, everything was fine. So from that day, my dad saw the evidence of this process. Within 2 days, he saw the evidence. And since that day onward, he continued till the last moment of his life, constantly. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So,
So,
sorry about the interruption, both Shekhar and Praveen. There may be some people that didn't attend the previous session, and it may be a good idea to just summarize, what's in the book, and then we continue with the questions. Okay.
okay. So, okay. The book contains uh, a story of my life, and how this particular process, how did I get into this process of gratitude? What excited me about, what started me in this? So I'll just briefly, that is the first chapter of the book. I highly recommend people to read that, because that chapter is the biggest anchor of the book. If you don't read the first chapter, and if you don't get it, don't read the book. Never, don't even, just leave it. I really sorry for saying so, but that is my turning point of my life. So I was in Bangalore at NIMHANS, National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences, as a lecturer of psychopharmacology. So, of course, I was a scientist, and in that place, there was a lot of clinical studies going on. I was more interested in research, and there was not much infrastructure at that point in time. Today, it might be there, but that time it wasn't there as much. So, what I was not extremely happy over there. So I was going and coming, dragging this thing, and it wasn't fun. So my father one day said, "Did you take vitamin G complex?" As I was leaving the door, and he was sitting in the previous other room, and I just heard him say that. And when I shut the door, I was thinking, I do take vitamin B complex and everything else, but what is this G complex he's talking about? And I just left it there. Anyway, story went by, and I was living life like that. My parents were there with me, and normally mother loves to go to temple. Mother always loves. And South Indian temple, oh, this is heaven for her. Like, all the South Indian temples are so clean and nice and disciplined and all that. So she loved that. And my father always took her to the temple, but never went inside. Never went inside the temple. And since my childhood, I always watched that. So, well, in northern India, you are afraid of your shoes will be stolen. So somebody has to be there. So I always thought that he is taking care of the shoes, and probably he'll go sometime. And when we come out, we just wear the shoes and walk off we go. And he was also along with us. So this time I asked him in Bangalore, I asked him, why is it that he does not go inside the temple? He said, your mother has been asking me this question forever, but uh, I didn't answer her. I just kind of set it aside. So why don't you call your mother and I'll explain it to her and you both. So he asked, why do you go to temple? So my mother said, I just go to pray and I do chant some shlokas and some prayers and this, whatever I've learned through childhood. And I asked for good health for you, good health for everybody. Let Shekhar's job be good. I mean, he looks like he's not doing well there. Well means he's unhappy there. Let him be happy. All that asking aspect, within quotes, asking. So my father said, did you ever thank God for all we have so far? Did you thank for Shekhar? Did you thank for the house? Did you thank for the job he has? Did you thank for that we never run out of money ever? Do you thank for the oxygen that we are breathing? Do you thank for the rabbit that is hanging around here? Do you thank for the good trees? Do you thank for the road? Do you thank for the apple? Do you thank for the banana? Do you thank for? And he said, no, 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 nothing. She never thanked for any of them. He said the difficulty with me is I don't go inside the temple because I'm afraid I might also start asking like you and 100 other people in the temple. And he said, I cannot thank beyond the breath I am taking. I am just taking breath, inhalation and exhalation. In that very moment, I can thank for inhalation. And the next moment, I am thanking for exhalation. And I cannot get time to thank for the rest of this thing that I am blessed with without me deserving it. What did I do to deserve all these good things? This is what he said, and he started to cry. He said, God, I think I will have to go from this earth without thanking you at all for the so many things that you have given, like, other than I can only thank for one moment the inhalation and the next moment the exhalation. That's all I can do. I cannot do next moment, another moment will come. I'll have to do the same thing for that. What about the rest of this universe that you have bestowed upon me? I think I'll never get time to thank for those things. And he started crying, really, really felt miserable that he was not able to thank. And that immediately, that was a pin drop silence in the house. I mean, I have written in the book that I could hear the ant crawl in my neighbor's wall. That kind of a deafening silence is so strong. That was a turning point. Although it was such a stark experience for me, but as usual, in the greatest thoughts and greatest concepts can come next to you and you still are not ready for it. So that's exactly what happened. And I left. I did not fully grasp it, even though that was a turning point. I did not grasp it. And my father kept on reminding me towards all my life, even after he left his mortal frame. He kept on reminding, and that is the essence of the book, and how gratitude starts to build into you, and it creates the concept inside you of forgiveness, of letting go, of love, of acceptance, and all the good qualities that exist out there, till you appreciate grace for the first time. That's what the book is about. So I hope you will the book is truly transformational because I got transformed. If somebody asked me, and in fact Sriji also asked me, can you tell me in one line what is the book all about? I told him, Sriji, to be very honest with you, this is what the whole thing is. In one line, if I were to ask, if I had to read, if I had to tell you what it is, I would say the book wrote itself. I read the book and I was transformed. This is what it's all about. And I keep reading it. I read this book. Do you say, why you read your own book? I said, because it was never written by me. How can I read? How can I not read somebody else's book? It was written by the divine. It came through and forced me to write this. And he said, okay, write this dictation. I sit near the computer and just do it. This is what has happened to me. Thought used to just come and I used to scribble on a piece of paper. I would go for a grocery shopping and I would scribble something there. Now the scribbling is not my idea. It just came right there and I just note it down. So when I'm doing grocery shopping, I'm not thinking anything other than banana and cucumber and all that stuff. Right? So, but something comes in my head, I have to write it down. There is no choice. So I just write some paper, pick up some paper, or even in the slip of behind the receipt, whatever that I carry all that stuff in my pocket. So this is how the book got written. So I don't know how else can I say, did I write the book? I don't think so. So it got written, I read it, and I was transformed. Reading transforms you. There is no doubt about that. It is just a simple process of me showing my idiocy, my idiosyncrasy, and my stupidity, my arrogance, my pride, you name it, all the negative qualities, and how this helped me overcome one after another. This is the book.
Both brilliant. Both brilliant.
Thank you, Shekhar, for the. Yeah, you had mentioned to me that you didn't write the book, and it was the Hanumanji and Saraswati that
Yes,
helped
yes,
you to write the book.
absolutely
So
right.
you can continue with the questions, Praveen.
Yes. Uh, in continuation with what Praveen, you just asked me about leading blissful and happy lives, though happy people with gratitude lead a good happy life. I was asked this question on WhatsApp by a very good friend of mine. I don't know whether he is probably not here right today, or maybe he must have joined. I'm not seeing the whole thing. I'm just seeing my screen here, nothing else. So what happens is he asked me, I tried to do what he was the first person to buy this book. And he was he started reading it and he read it once. He said, I get it, but I still don't get it. He said, I tried to say thank you, but it does not, it looks like I'm phony. I'm not completely in it. I don't feel that particular aspect that your dad and you felt. How do you feel that? It appears that I'm lying to myself when I'm just saying thank you with from superficial level. How do you go deeper into saying feeling thank you? Oh my God, I said that's a tough one, man. I asked the same question long time ago to my dad. He was saying that, I said, first he said that just do it, just keep doing it. But I kept doing it and I was as if it was phony, because we have been trained to say when somebody gives you something, you say thank you, right? But thank you for no reason, how? Right? Right? Ravin, you asked it causeless, without the cause, how do you say thank you, right? Gratitude. How do you
Yes.
say that? Right? So I say my dad told me, that time I was very arrogant, like arrogant to the power n, thinking that I am the doer, I am the this. Apparently, there was something to back up to make me arrogant. I have worked hard. I have worked hard. Remember note my language here. I was the one who working hard. I was the one who published paper. I, right? All the time. That made me very arrogant. In doing after at the PhD level, if you can publish one paper, you are allowed to defend yourself. That was that was the rule in the place where I did PhD. I had 7 papers. Within the span of 3.5 years, I worked like 18 to 19, 20 hours a day, almost like 3 years non-stop. That got me a lot of publication. So I told my dad, I have published this. I said, which part of you published it? I said, what do you mean? So he said that, what do you mean? You said you published this paper. You published, which part of you published this paper? Of course, I have worked hard with my brain and with my hand and leg. I said, which part of your brain and the hand and the leg produced this paper? I said, okay, my brain what? My brain produced the paper. He said, which part of the brain did you produce? And there was a silence. I said, when you appreciate the fact that everything that you have got is a gift, everything, 100%, including your body, is a gift. Once you go and appreciate that to the deepest level, that no matter what, even if am I talking, I am not talking, I am made to talk. So I cannot be the doer. If the moment to take away the doership, gratitude suddenly dawns on you, suddenly comes inside your life. Because you know that, from the basic fundamental level that you cannot earn the whole life that you have been given. You cannot earn it. No matter how great you are, you cannot earn whatever you're doing, you cannot earn it. It is always given. The same thing happened when somebody from MIT, one of my very good friends, actually he met me in one of my friend's wedding here, a friend's son wedding, and he was saying that this thing got through, man. My company got sold, and we have some unbelievable projects and some good program, and everything was. So I say, oh wow. So I said, he was boasting. I mean, worthy of boasting. I mean, he did a great job of it, no doubt about that. I said, tell me one thing. Which part of you made the program? I said, what do you mean? I'm smart. I was in MIT. I said, okay, which part of your brain made it? He was silent, the same way I was. I said, no matter what you do, you have to appreciate the fact that whatever you have been given, whatever you have done so far is a gift. It is made to happen through you. You cannot, if you can appreciate that whatever we do, no matter what we do, even if we breathe in and breathe out, still it is his grace, existence's grace. If you don't believe in God, that's fine. Existence, grace is making you do this. It is not your effort. You cannot do it. You cannot do anything. It is happening through you. And if you are grateful for that, automatically gratitude will come to you. All you have to do is, oh my goodness, thank you so much. Thank you. With that's what he said, na bade bhag manusha tan pava sur durlabh sab granthani gava. Ramchandraji said in Uttarkand of Ramcharitmanas, he said that no matter what, this is the ultimate gift you have got. Sur durlabh sab granthani means devatas don't get this human body. It is that fantastic. It is the best creation in this planet, no matter how. The entire universe added up together from the beginning of time, all the knowledge put together cannot create this body. Cannot. It is impossible. So it is such a gift. And if you get that gratitude in your head, if you get that feeling in your head, gratitude, it will have that juice that my dad, and because of him, I happen to have. And once you have that, there is no doership cannot exist. Oh, I have got impossible doership, this annihilation of doership and ego, complete annihilation. That is the power of gratitude.
Okay. So, Dada, now that raises the question. We understand gratitude is a special emotion. Then why is it not widely publicized and practiced? This was another question that.
Please thank that gentleman. I tell you honestly, this is, oh wow. Why it is not practiced? Is a natural outlet, natural outburst of somebody who can. He says, if you are talking so much good about it, it is so simple and good. Why is it not known in the world yet? Right? That's what it is. Okay, yeah. I ask one question. Don't raise your hand. Of course, you can raise your hand if you want to, but I will ask you one question, and that is, how many people
microphone is unmuted.
Sorry, what happened? Okay, how many people want to be happy? Raise their hand if they want to. If they don't want to, that's fine. But
everyone,
right? those people who said, I want to raise my hand, they are basically sending a message that currently I am unhappy, right? Because if you are unhappy, then only you want to be happy, right? This is the subliminal message people are sending out there in the world, right? If gratitude is publicized and practiced, it will lead you to your very essence of who you are, right? And that is the bliss, actually, not happiness, bliss. So everyone is looking for happiness, and the ad agency immediately wants to convince you that you are unhappy. How do they convince you that you are unhappy? By putting the ads. Like, for instance, McDonald's put the ad, happy meals for happy tummies, right? Or Amazon says happy shopping. And Apple, our computer people say that happy creating. Nike says just do it and be happy, right? And Coca-Cola says open happiness. See, they are basically targeting you by sending this happiness word constantly, hammering you, making sure that you are unhappy. Actually, you are unhappy. Hence, they know that everybody is looking for happiness. The same way as you said, how many people want to be happy? Everybody raised their hand, right? Which means they know this target, this ad agencies know exactly that everybody is looking for happiness, and that's why they use those words as a subliminal message to target your subconscious, saying that you are unhappy, hence you buy my product and you will be happy now, right? That is that is the way they convince you. First, they convince you that you are unhappy by sending this happy message, because that happy message creates a contrast in you that, oh, I want to be happy, which means you are unhappy. You are sending yourself a message that you are unhappy because they are putting happiness in front of you. You see that there was a Zen monk. I don't know whether you know this. I think everybody knows this story in some way or the other. Somewhere, somehow it has been told to somebody. And this Zen monk was sitting in his hut, and he was sewing his torn blanket. And in the process, he lost his needle. So he went outside near the lamppost where the light was, and he was looking for the needle. And after he was looking for it, after some time, his students came. He said, "Master, what are you looking?" He says, "I'm looking for the needle." Oh, then everybody joined. 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people came and started looking for that. One of them fellow had a bright idea. He said, "Master, tell me, where did you lose it?" He said, "I lost it in the cottage, in the hut." I said, "Why is it that you're not looking up there?" I said, "Because there is light here." So that's why I'm looking. This is what I have been telling you always, that you are looking for happiness in wrong places, and you should look inside, right? So that's what his message was. So the ad agency, the Walmart, the Subway, the KFC, the Toyota, the Burger King, the McDonald's, Amazon, everybody wants you to find happiness outside under the lamppost, where the needle is not there. The needle is lost inside the house. So that's what inside means inside you. You should, where did you lose happiness? Inside here. You look for inside there. Look there, you will get it. So that's the whole idea. You are the Niagara Falls of happiness. So if you now, this particular aspect of some portion of the question has been discussed very nicely in chapter 6, 7, and 9 of the book. So if you read that chapter 6, 7, and 9, you will get some much more deeper understanding of this stuff.
बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. Dada, chronic diseases and gratitude, and I have personally also experienced this. When you have a strong feeling of gratefulness for what you already have, instead of what you want, and typically people who have chronic diseases, they are also worried about, I want to heal myself, I want to be healthy, I want to live a longer life. Those are the kind of expectations. So I want something, is the question. But the fact of the matter is that for those who already feel grateful for what they already have, gratitude seems to have a higher curing, rate. So why is that so? How does that really work? That people with gratitude get themselves cured faster of chronic deadly diseases than the ones who are always complaining that they want something more and more.
Wonderful. So I will share the screen with you right now. Wait a minute, where am I? Okay. So what I will do is I'll share the screen. Okay, this is the most important slide I have ever had in my life. I think you should take a, where did I? How do I get this thing down? There you go. Okay. This is the on your right side, which is the red stuff, whatever the red that you are seeing right now. Okay. Whatever the red you're seeing is a brain frying mechanism. Brain frying mechanism means you are burning the very pharmacy that creates good stuff in your body to heal and to prevent chronic disease from happening. If you are constantly in this red zone, you are constantly frying your burning one after another. It has a faster regeneration process, but the moment a small bud forms of that pharmacy, right, curing aspect in your own body is equipped with every good thing out there for you to live 150 years. This is the beauty of the body. But we get stuck in this stuff: pessimism, boredom, disappointment, worried. Wow, constant worry. They are professional warriors in the planet. They constantly blame, discourage, anger, revenge. All these things is constantly happening. They are frying their inherent innate mechanism of repair and recovery by burning their brain, by staying in the sympathetic nervous system mode all the time, constantly. Right? Now, how does gratitude help? Gratitude shifts you straight from the last what you call powerlessness and fear and all that stuff, straight into gratitude, which is the highest frequency. It jumps from there, it suddenly transcends everything else to do. Why I'm not saying be hopeful? No, don't be hopeful. Be thankful. Everything else will happen. Everything, green thing, all the from 7 to 9, 7 to 1, all the way, everything will happen just being grateful or having gratitude. I'm not saying be optimistic. I don't say don't believe in it. No. Don't worry about anything of this. Stay up there. Be thankful. And the way you have to be thankful, I just told you how to be thankful. When you appreciate that everything is given to you as a gift. Everything. No matter how great you are. No matter you might be CEO of this universe. It does not matter. Still you are grateful. You should be grateful that you have been given. You cannot earn it no matter how hard you work. If you feel that is the best way to be thankful. So this is chronic disease is, we are creating the chronic disease all the time. Okay.
So
Praveen, and the best or the worst chronic disease is, you know what is the worst chronic disease which we are completely oblivious of? Is to believe that I am the body. This is the biggest disease in the world. This is the birth of all diseases. I mean, come to that level of understanding of Vedant level, you will see the most chronic disease afflicting mankind is the fact that I am, this is the belief that I am the body. The moment you get to believe that I am the body, then you should accept all the body associated afflictions. disease, death, this, that, chronic illness, pain, all that comes along with the thought that I am the body. That is the first disease. And Vedant wants you to destroy that, complete that thought itself has to go. I have a body rather than I am the body. This is the secret. And when you practice gratitude, that ego will be gone, and hence the body consciousness will be gone. You may have the body, you will live in the body, you will work in the body, but you will never believe that you are the body. Just like you have a car. Do you ever say that I am the car? Or you have a house. Do you ever say that I am the house? No. You have a house, you have a car, you use the car, you use the house, same way you use the body, but you never are the body. That realization comes if you constantly practice this thank you protocol, constantly, and you will know exactly what I'm talking. You will know it. You will know it. Because you are so close to the final jump. That's the beauty of this. It is so definite, 100% sure. There is no if and but in this. If you practice, you are so close to this quantum jump that it's unbelievable.
Amazing. बहुत बढ़िया. Dada, now that and even in the slide it mentions, the frequency, lowest frequencies of these negative emotions, and the high frequency which gratitude and the positive emotions carry.
Yeah.
So, when you feel gratitude, and how do your brainwaves really and the frequency of the autonomous nervous system really make that quantum jump, from those low frequencies to a high one? And how do you measure this? I know you are talking about, certain level of oxygen in your brain increases and all that. But for people to really understand this, that there is a scientific basis for all this, it's not just that we are talking emotion stuff, but there is a science behind this, that when I do gratitude, there will be a physiological change in me. So what is that change, at the brain level, brain waves and frequencies?
Oh, okay, great. Basically we have the different system of nervous. There are different aspects to nervous system. I just briefly explained to you this portion. I had this as a backup slide in my previous presentation. There were a couple of backup slides, but I didn't present it that time. Can everybody see this clearly? This particular slide?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Yes.
So
yes,
I'll briefly describe in a very layman language. There is the nervous system, not nervous system. We only think nervous system is brain, right? That's just a part of it. So the nervous system is divided into two separate parts. One is central nervous system, which means the brain and the spinal cord. Okay. And this spinal cord and brain integrates and controls all the information, right? Brain and spinal cord integrates and control all the information. Now, there is another aspect, peripheral nervous system, which is spinal nerves, the nerves that come from spinal cords, and the cranial nerve, which means from the cranial, there are this vagus nerve is one of the cranial nerves. The cranial nerves come from the brain stem and lower spinal cord. Upper spinal cord and brain stem, and the entire spinal cord creates spinal nerves. Okay. So from there are two systems of nervous system coming out from the peripheral. One is somatic, another one is autonomous. Autonomous means itself involuntary, which means automatically it is happening without our conscious input. If like digestion is happening, breathing is happening, heartbeat is happening, liver functioning is happening, kidney functioning is happening. It is all autonomous nervous system, right? Now, in that autonomous nervous system, there are three aspects. Still further, there is sympathetic, which means the flight or fight response whenever we feel threatened or we are having sudden danger comes to you. That sympathetic nervous system is very, very helpful. In fact, our human species must owe it to sympathetic nervous system because it allows us to live. It allowed us to live and escape dangers. Anybody who agrees with this, which means he is agreeing with life per se, right? So sympathetic nervous system is life affirmative. It is not a bad thing, but if you constantly dwell in it, it can cause damage to the system, right? That's all. Now, parasympathetic nervous system is calming, no big deal, that type of attitude. It's okay, everything will be fine. That aspect of our system which overrides the sympathetic nervous system is parasympathetic nervous system. And then there is another aspect to enteric nervous system. How many people have felt or heard this saying, oh, gut feeling kya hai? Just find out what is the gut feeling. So gut feeling मतलब ऐसा है कि वो gut is a second brain of the body. Remember that. Don't ever underestimate the enteric nervous system and the central nervous system. They are the pillars of our nervous system actually. Enteric nervous system control the parasympathetic and parasympathetic controls the sympathetic. Remember, this is the dynamics. And enteric nervous system not only control parasympathetic, it controls the central nervous system also. And all the current diseases of the brain, the neurodegenerative diseases of the brain, all Alzheimer, lelo, Huntington's, lelo, you talk about dementia, lelo, Parkinson, lelo, all these things, or multiple sclerosis, is all emanating from, it is not the brain disease. Remember that. It manifests in the brain, but it is not a brain disease. It is enteric disease, means intestine, large intestine, this area, the Manipura chakra malfunction is causing all this disease. And this particular brain, enteric, this Manipura chakra is considered to be the second brain of the human body inside here. Why they have been saying that? Because you find in that region the same neurotransmitter that exists in the brain. All the neurotransmitters are there. All the feeling of good, the oxytocin, the 5-hydroxytryptamine, the dopamine, the norepinephrine, everything is sitting here also. And gut peptides also. Gut peptide has the exact same structure as that found in brain. So they think that this is the enteric nervous system, is a Manipura chakra, is actually, this is what we talked last time, how Manipura chakra activates the brain via the vagus nerve, which affects small, I'll tell you which portion I was talking about that time. Let me see, not this one. This one. This is the one I was talking about. This vagus nerve is coming from enteric system. This means from abdomen and other area. This Manipura chakra, say vagus nerve is coming up and getting into this nucleus tractus solitarius, this particular area. This particular area, then it continues to branch out and affects all the area. The prefrontal cortex is much more stronger than everywhere else. So it controls, this whole thing controls the Agya chakra as well as the prefrontal cortex and all the rest of the brain. So can you believe how powerful that this vagus system is? And no wonder Sriji has once talked to me about how do you increase vagus tone, right, Sriji? So this is what it is about. So what happens when what you are saying is this sympathetic nervous system is the one which comes to your rescue. Okay. Got it?
Amazing.
Now, why am I saying this happens? Why am I saying this happens is, what is the scientific proof that this is the truth? Now, what happens is this center is is gratitude center actually. Fulfillment, when you are experiencing gratitude, when you're saying thank you, when you're fulfilled, what is the time when you feel really fulfilled? When your stomach is full, right?
Right.
Stomach, the krita krityata means I don't need anything. I'm full. I'm so done. I'm so happy. I'm nothing to look forward to now. That kriti krityata. It is the Manipur activation actually. This Manipura chakra once activated makes you feel fulfilled. Now what they have done is they have chemically blocked transiently this particular vagus nerve, afferent vagus nerve by some chemicals, right? And then they left it. And this fellow he was constantly eating and eating. He was, because the prefrontal cortex, which is it has the eating center, which controls the eating, the hypothalamus and all the other stuff that controls the eating center, was blocked. So constantly, that is one of the reasons why people getting obese, become unnecessarily fat, and they keep eating. They are not fulfilled at all. And because of the malfunction of the vagus nerve, or you can say malfunction of Manipura chakra. So if you ask them to do some bending exercise like this, and where the vagus Manipura chakra is kind of, or Surya Namaskar, or Dhanurasana or Bhujangasana, you can, those are the ones which activate the vagus nerve. Or breathing, deep breathing, like stomach going out, in and out, that type of breathing activates the vagus, the Manipura chakra, and hence the vagal tone. So this is what happens.
Got it. बहुत बढ़िया.
Is that okay? Okay.
Absolutely, Dada. Thank you so much. This is amazing. And I know a lot of it was also covered in the last session.
Yes.
This is brilliant.
Yes.
Dada, this is one more question that has come up is, if the world is to be a better, loving and peaceful place, then how important is it for us to teach kids gratitude from an early age? Obvious question है, लेकिन ये क्यों important है बहुत?
How early, right? How early? Oh my God!
What is the right age?
Whatever the age plus 9 months. Whatever the age of the kid plus 9 months, this should have been given to him as a sanskar by the mother. Have you heard Queen Madalsa? Queen Madalsa has in Markandeya Puran, there is one queen, Rani Madalsa, or Madalsa, whatever you call Madalsa, I would say. She was a queen, realized queen, self-realized, enlightened queen. That is very rare in the world to have those kind of people. The queen is realized, and she had four children. And when the children used to cry, she used to sing a lullaby. And Madal's, you should listen to this lullaby. And in that lullaby, she says that, baby, your very essence is Brahman. And you are just manifested as this body. My child, you are pure, enlightened, and spotless. This is what she was in her lullaby. She's telling this, and this fellow sleeps nicely now, because she's telling you are the Brahman. You are why are you crying? The source never cries. I mean, this kind of a thing that has been going on in our culture, where they tell you what you are essentially, right? So that's the beauty of our sanskar and our great rishis that has passed it on to us. But we are totally oblivious of those things, And why is she saying? She is going one step beyond gratitude. Just imagine that. She is talking about the source itself. You are that source. So we are basically trying, because we have forgotten our true nature. That's why this whole idea of gratitude is going to the highest level, just close to the source, so we can jump. This is the beauty of, because we have forgotten. Remember, this entire thing is useless, absolutely garbage. Whatever we have, the entire book is of no use. You know why? If we can appreciate that we are that source, the book has no value. All the book is trying to do is get you close to that truth that you are, where the book is irrelevant after that. You jump, that's all. You just jump.
बहुत बढ़िया.
And you live in the world and yet out of the world. You are in the world and yet you are out of it. जिसको बोलते हैं ना जीवन मुक्त. जीवन मुक्त means you are in the world, you are happening in the world, and yet you are out of it very easily. You don't worry about it. And you're doing the same thing as you are doing right now, doing the same this and that, whatever the hell you are doing. I mean, you are doing the same job that you are doing the same programming, you're doing the same science, you're doing everything, but as an and not as a doer, but as somebody getting it done through you, and you are enjoying it because you are inspired now. And how inspiration comes into this being, into our being through this process of gratitude is very, very beautifully explained in the book. So I really, really, really sincerely appreciate people who read this book. You know why? Because it is not written by me. And that's why I have the power to promote that book, because it is so good. It changed me and it is still changing me. Every day I read this book myself.
बहुत बढ़िया.
Yeah.
Dada, I have the list that I had collated after getting feedback from a lot of last time's attendees. We've run through that. Now we can open up the for questions from the
I think Priya
audience.
has one question. Priya Shilotri. Priya, if you want, you can go ahead and talk.
Yeah. Namaste.
Namaste, Priya ji.
Namaste.
Namaste.
I'm definitely going to read the book now. I wasn't there for the last one. I've heard a lot about you, and I'm thankful that I'm here today. When I'm listening to this thankfulness and gratitude, is this a progressive process where you start being thankful for, say, this body, or this I
Yes.
have this, or I have that, people in my life, or
Yes.
for the
That's
food?
beautiful.
And but it is still, fear is a big lowest frequency thing that you talked about. I'll give you one example. Is lots of people are afraid when they go to doctor's office and the blood pressure shoots up and everything. That kind of anxiety, finally, to get control on something like that, how do we get there to that, through that process, and step by step, and it, how would it kick in finally, and uh, that's a big thing. How do we shift from here to there?
Yeah, that's a beautiful question. Last time we had talked about it, and I will. If somebody has a sphygmomanometer, we can test their blood pressure right now, and after this exercise, test the blood pressure after that. When you go to doctor's office, you do this while you are waiting in the waiting for him to come. You do this, and you will cheat the people with the blood pressure right away. I'll tell you what we do is I think Sriji has the process and protocol down to the T. I mean, he is the best in the world. I tell you what, he knows how to do this. So what you do is you constrict. Can you hear me? Okay, you have a mirror. You have a mirror in front of you, and you try to fog your mirror with. I say like that, right? Okay, now you close your mouth and you try to fog your mirror now. That hoarseness sound should come, right? You breathe in with little constriction in your throat, right? This is how you breathe in. You breathe in. If you breathe in like that, you automatically breathe very deep, right?
Yeah.
And hold for 7 seconds. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007. 7 seconds is good enough. Then you exhale. Do the same exhalation with that source constricted throat, right? Now, when you're doing that, I'm just telling you this, but when you're doing that, mentally feel you're thankful. So you say thank while you're inhaling. Internally, mentally say thank. Do not have to say it loud. And then you, as you exhale, do 7 times this thing, and you'll see that blood pressure is completely normal. You
Oh,
can say
okay.
that. I bet you this is the truth. This is so powerful. It is, you know what happens is you are in, whenever you are in anxiety, you are in that sympathetic mode. When you do the deep breathing, you go into parasympathetic mode right away. And
Okay.
parasympathetic mode, the goal of the parasympathetic mode is to calm you down. This is all it does, calms you down. That's
Right.
it. So thank you very much for this
Thank you.
question.
Thank you.
Yes.
I think Manju has one question. Manju, can you go ahead? Unmute yourself.
Yeah, Namaste, Shekhar ji.
Namaste, namaste, Manju ji.
As I speak, I just got this book delivered by Amazon just now, so I didn't have a chance to go over it. But I did watch your recorded session of last weekends. It's wonderful. But I have a question. I know this is not related. I'm not questioning anything that you have said in the book. But my thing is like, have you had any experience in your research experience with the people who had this pituitary removed due to adenomas or other some disorders of pituitary with regard to their because we consider like everything is related to that HPA axis and the end result is inflammation because of the increased cortisol. So yes. What have you noticed? I mean, have you have any information regarding in those people? Is there any study that you came across? If in the absence of pituitary, what happens to all this?
Actually, pituitary basically controls the first effect that with in lack of pituitary happens is thyroid actually takes over. Thyroid gland takes over the function because the body has these hormonal systems are plastic in nature. So if one hormone is out of whack, the other hormone basically tries to take over, not as much. It cannot take over everything, but it helps in taking over some of those functions. So this is what it is. So if somebody has defective thyroid gland, hyper or hypothyroidism, then and in addition to pituitary, then I don't know what will happen to that person. But I have no direct experience. I'm sorry to say, only from my own logical thinking, I'm giving you the answer. I really do not have any patient interaction or any data on the paper. However, on the patient. However, I will definitely look into it and I will let you know. Maybe through your email, if you can share your email to me, I will find out the answer and will let you know.
Thank you
I
so
have her
much.
contact information. I have her contact information. I will share it with you.
Excellent.
And Manju is also a medical doctor.
Oh, great. Wonderful.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Sanju, you have your hand is raised. Do you have a question?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Sanjuji. How are you?
Fine, sir. I have been a regular follower of this unique vision which has been given to all of us. And today I was very silently observing certain slides and certain queries by Praveen Bhaiya, you and Yogaji. My simple basic what I've understood, and when I've gone through certain pages and here and saw your last video, which got my attention was that the lower frequency points you have more than 22, and the higher frequency point is only 7. So
yes.
that means it's a great advantage for every person to understand and follow those 7 in comparison to the 22 plus hyphen, which comes to more than 30.
Yes.
And that is much easier.
Yes.
And actually, to do that, you have to have three beliefs in yourself
Yes.
that I have a body,
Yes.
I have a mind, I have a positive attitude, and I take things as it comes.
Excellent.
And if I follow them step by step,
Yes.
I don't see if I am newborn and my mother gives me sanskar, the sanskar which is given by you, sir, and Yogaji at the age of 61 is equivalent to 7 for me. So another 9 months if added
Excellent.
would
Excellent.
be fantastic. And
Excellent. Excellent.
I
Yes.
would say that should be the mind. Every person should follow that.
Yes.
Forget of fear, forget of everything, forget you're a
Yes.
cancer patient, forget about what you have done. You
Yeah.
have a positive attitude. And for that, where I am today, my deepest thank goes to Praveen Bhaiya.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Very.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Sanjay
you.
ji. Thank you.
Krishna ji.
Yeah. Thank
Namaskar,
you.
Krishna ji.
Yeah, namaste ji.
Namaste.
Yeah, and I want to say one thing, and then my wife is going to tell a beautiful story about gratitude. I have been teaching meditation, and last many years I include gratitude as one of the meditations, where we thank the teachers, the parents, and even during the last pause of savasana, I do gratitude meditation, thanking the whole body from the feet to all the way up to the head. So actually, gratitude, I want to read your book, but it was introduced by Oprah around 2005, 2007. Me and my wife, we had been writing after that almost regularly. There were some breaks. She asked us to write 3 things you are grateful for every day.
Yes.
It's not an unknown concept, but basically I don't think any book is written. Yours is the first, that too neurological perspective. I appreciate that. We are going to read that. And
Not just neurological, it's a yogic neuroscience perspective.
Yogic, because
because yogic, you have to appreciate the yogic. It has already been in the yogic science that this entire existed long time ago.
So basically, every day morning when I wake up, I do not ask gods anything. Every deity I go and the sun and touch the earth and express my gratitude. I express gratitude for this very existence. So we do it without anybody's teaching. It's not true that people do not know about it. We do it.
Yes.
But yes, it's nice that somebody like experienced like you has written a book for us to go through the details.
Again, I repeat, it got written through me. I did not write any.
Yeah. Now, I'm not taking time.
When you read the book, you know exactly why I am saying this.
Yes. A beautiful story. You want to hear a beautiful story from Meena?
Yes. I want to hear that.
Yes. Namaskar. This is Meena.
Namaskar.
Yeah. I just want to share a story. And the story is about a person when he goes to heaven, he finds that there are 3 departments. And the first department, the angels working in that department are very busy. They're processing different letters. So the man asks, what's going on here? So one angel says, this is the department where people are asking God for different requests, different wishes to be fulfilled. So here we are so much overloaded. There's so many requests are coming every minute. So we are processing it. We are very busy. So he says, okay, then he goes to the next department. Those people are also very busy. So he says, what is this department? He says, another angel says, this department, we have processed the requests and we're sending it back. So we are also very busy. Then the third department, everybody's sleeping. All the angels are sleeping. Nobody's doing any work. So he says, why is it that this department is not working? Then the angel says from that department, they say that this is the department of gratitude. Nobody has sent us, their wishes are fulfilled, but nobody has sent us back any letter of gratitude.
You see that? So true. So true.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Krishna ji.
बहुत बढ़िया.
So we are done, I think. Anybody else has any question or queries, please ask. I will try to explain. If I don't know, I'll tell you that I don't know.
There is Babu Bhai who also has a raised hand. Babu Bhai ji, do you have a question?
Yes, I don't have question, but what I understand is right or wrong. I want to ask. I understand that we have to accept that God is all doer, and we have to remove I, remove me, and remove mine. Then only we can progress.
Yes.
And recently we just have observed the holy. So Prahlad ji is the best example for the Atma. He was not believing that body is me. I am not body. That's why he was not afraid at all.
Yes.
We think that God is a great, that he saved the Prahlad, but it's not God, but he was Prahlad Atma himself.
Yes.
Because he loved the God, he was knowing the God, Almighty Doer is the God.
Yes.
Whatever God he believes, I don't know, but that's the truth. And
yes.
our problem, what I believe, that we are eager to think about high frequency, but we are more thinking about lower frequency. We are focusing on the lower. So we are mixing all together like a sand and laddu. We are mixing together and eating. That's our problem.
Yes, yes.
So we have to be very open-minded that we should not think of the red part.
Yes,
We
yes.
should just think of the
That is
green part automatically.
Yes. If you can get that slide, we take a picture of it or whatever.
Yeah, I have that. And I have book also.
And stick it there.
Also.
Yeah, and stick in the book. It is written like it in a thing, but not in a.
Yeah, but that's good. That's good.
So, but the slide.
Yeah, but I understand very well.
Yes, yes.
And biggest thing, I read some of the pages and I got one slogan or maybe line. Wherever you go, you are there. If I mix up this here, if I mix up these two things, high frequency, low frequency today, maybe tomorrow, every time, if I don't detach myself from the bad things.
Yes, yes, yes.
So what you said about Madalsa, Suddhosi, Buddhosi, she was teaching to her children.
Oh, beautiful.
You are Atma, you are Atma. From the beginning.
From the beginning.
So, and our Rishi Munyas, so they have given very good science. Not maybe in the neuroscience, they have not explained, but nowadays people are
they were
very
super
eager.
scientists. They were beyond science. They were,
Quantum science.
Scientists.
Quantum. Last week I had one Rishi's lecture that just used go sleep and he can read 1,000 pages book in overnight. He will keep on the pillow and in the morning he will have all the pages in his mind. Like that. He was thinking very differently, I think. He's from Junagadh or somewhere.
Yes.
If I get that video, I'll send you.
Sure,
it's a super. Yeah, this science is there, but now people want proof. How it works in the proof. And do you have data? I'll ask, do you have data? If you say yes, then I'll believe. Otherwise, I'll do my own thing. And what you said in this term.
Yeah, they like the printout data rather than it's okay. I am the data. Can you see?
Yeah.
this is the.
And you said about tummy. Tummy, I believe. Tummy, I believe. Many people I have seen improving their diets, improving their fasting, improving their say anima, doing anima. They have improved a lot. So automatically they eat good things. This sattvic food, they will get better. They will have good thoughts.
Exactly.
Basically, positive thinking and high frequency thinking.
Automatically happen. Yeah. See,
and most important thing, your father could not thank a lot except only breathing because he could not get time.
He could not get time.
But there are thousands of things.
Every moment busy with that. Where is the time for anything else?
Once you finish for one breath, again he will offer another breath.
Yeah.
He will go on sending breathe. So you have to keep thinking.
Exactly.
And see what about the body, how many organs, how they are functioning. My God, you cannot. Our son, one of the sons, he was telling trillions or trillion, $5 trillion or something.
One cell you cannot make. One cell. One body is one cell. The entire universe, science added up together, entire thing cannot make one cell. All they have to do is steal from somewhere. And think
Not making, you cannot understand. Not making, you are just you are doing this exercise. What you said, you just accept. God is doing everything. You are not doing. Take yourself out of this thing and just think that body, I am owning the body.
Yeah.
That is very important.
And we are the
Atmanishta.
Yeah, yeah.
Atmanishta. And Atmanishta comes when, if you think that everything is Naswant till Prakriti Purush.
Yes, yes.
If everything Naswat and only God is doer, then only you can say, I am Atma. That is the important thing.
Yeah.
But sir, this is a very beautiful book. Huh? Everybody should read it. I'm going very slowly. It's very difficult to
That
go
is the
fast.
best way to do it. Just read slowly.
No, but very difficult. We cannot go. If you want to learn thoroughly, you cannot go fast.
My sincere request to everybody who wants to read this book, go very slow. Don't read fast. At every point you stop and think and contemplate. This is, by the end of the book, you will be totally transformed human being. This is my guarantee. I take 100% guarantee for that.
And let me tell you, this book was not written by a scientist.
It is not written by anybody.
It's a God lover. It's a God lover. It's God lover.
Exactly. Yes.
Yes.
Hello?
Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Thank you so much.
Sir, can I give a suggestion?
Yes, sir.
So the last two recordings which we have received from Praveen sir, I have processed into my desktop, and this recording I am also doing. So when I see it on a larger screen rather than a mobile, and when I want to freeze it or when I have to note down certain points or understand, it becomes more easy for me to grasp it. So as today's session is just unbelievable, what I am asking you is sessions of these types should continue in where the 7 positive gratitude points are there, and if we can highlight more on those, and when we talk and discuss about positivity and gratitude and less about the lower frequencies, the mind will get more engrossed into those rather than going to the negative feeling. This is just an offshoot of my thoughts. Am I right or wrong?
100%
You are the best judge.
correct. Yes, you are right. 100%.
So whenever we talk about something,
Sanju, this Sri Yoga venue is available whenever either Shekhar or Praveen wants to talk about this topic.
okay, sir. No, so nice of you. So it was a very excellent session. Thank you, Praveenji. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Shri sir. And I will be updated, and I'll be a constant. मैंने कदम से कदम मिला के चल, हम साथ साथ हैं.
There is one more question by hand raised by AM. AM.
Ravi Kaka, namaskar.
Namaskar, namaskar. It's very interesting to listen to all people, and book is the gem. Particularly the chapter 12, there is a golden quote of Raman Maharshi, which I feel is very, very insight into what we should do in that lesson, how to live now. That is the best part of it. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Kaka.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Anjali, and my question is, can you share that lullaby by Madala-san?
I will.
Or
I can.
You, okay.
1 second. I have it.
Okay.
On my computer.
Is it on the website or something?
Wait a minute. I'll give you that. I got it.
Your presentation is really, really excellent. And I am planning to get the book. So eventually I will get the book and I will read it. And I always, when I read it, I always read very slowly, the way you just said.
Absolutely slowly. You should not, if you're not the crazy reader like me, I finished, if I sit a book, if this kind of book, I sit in one sitting only, I don't have any food, no eat, nothing. One finish, I finish it. I go
Correct.
crazy.
Correct.
So, but don't do that. That's not the way to do it. Just slowly, as much as you can. Even if it is 5 pages, that's perfect. Absolutely perfect. You don't be in a rush to read the book. Try to read it inside. Take it inside gradually, and otherwise it will get over.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
I have put on the Madalsa YouTube video. This is one of the best videos you will ever find on this stotram, and it is just awesome.
And where
So
is
I
it?
only read 5 pages, sir, every day because
Yes.
एक हाथ में 5 उंगलियां होती हैं,
हाँ
including
हाँ,
thumb.
बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत अच्छा.
और उसको बंद करो मुट्ठी, बंद करो मुट्ठी तो लाख की, खुल गई तो खाक की. तो
Yes.
5 पेज करके एडजस्ट करने से maybe it takes 2 months, 1 month, but it's good. So once we read the book and we see the video, we see your lectures and things, I think it can imbibe more positively. And I've started practicing certain things, which is trying to help me in my gratitude, sir.
Thank you so much. So I have put on the Madalsa YouTube video here on the thing, and you can click it and put it on your browser.
So I'm not sure when you say you have put it, where have you put it? Are you sharing it on the?
I have already put it onto the chat. Yes.
Oh, chat. Okay.
I put it on the chat.
So there is a link on the chat. Anybody interested in that they can copy it, because once it goes, they will lose that link. So please copy. There is another question
Anjali,
by
are you
Shekhar.
associated with Sri Yoga? Anjali? That's okay, I think. Snehal has a question.
I just copied it, so I'm okay. I'm all set. Thank you, Shriji.
Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Thank you, Shekharji.
Thank you. Thank you.
Snehal, you have a question? So she has the hand raised, so I'm not sure. Okay.
Oh.
Sorry, I was on mute. Sorry, I'm on mute. So sorry. I was talking and
Okay.
Okay. So I have 2 questions. One is for Shekharji, and then one is for Meena, I think, who was talking about the angel story. So Shekharji, you were talking about fulfillment and gratitude. So when a person is fulfilled, then only he or she will feel gratitude, right?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. And when you say thank you, you imply that you are fulfilled. You understand what I'm saying?
So when you're not showing the gratitude or you're not feeling the gratitude, that means you're not fulfilled.
You are not fulfilled. And that is the birth of desires. That is the birth of desire. When you're not fulfilled, you want the desires. Why the desires are born? Because you are not fulfilled. And the desires are born, and you are looking to fulfill that desire outside the world, which is not there.
Okay. I get, yes, that's true. We are looking for outside when we can find it inside. But you really...
Your basic goal is to be infinitely satisfied, infinitely fulfilled. And that cannot be fulfilled by something that is finite outside. You want infinite happiness, you want infinite fulfillment, but you're looking for that in outside, which is so finite. Anything outside is finite. Entire world is finite. Still finite. But you are looking for infinite. So where infinite is sitting inside you. So that's all.
So until you really genuinely start feeling that gratitude or that fulfillment, are you trying to say, or do you think it will help by forcing ourselves to feel the gratitude saying thank you?
Well, why force? When you appreciate the fact that This hand that is you have, okay, thank your hand from this is my suggestion to you. This is your exercise. Thank your hand for whatever it does. You will not be able to finish it till the end of this year. I'm seriously, every moment you thank, you cannot thank enough. You cannot thank enough your right hand. And you spend your year, I said, I am not done yet. And what about the left hand? What about the brain? What about hand? And when you feel that way, and you say, my goodness, yeah, I've been given this free. I've given this just for no, what did I do to get it? And then that amount of gratitude, that thankfulness come to you, that is deep. When you say, after that, when you say thank you so much, it comes from the core of your being. And that is the real feeling I'm talking about.
Right. So, and my second question, thank you, Shekharji. Yes, that totally makes sense, and
yes,
it cleared my mind totally.
Yes,
thank you. And Inaji, whoever was talking of the angel story, when she was saying that the angels were sleeping because they are done expressing gratitude, or what was she trying to say? I didn't get that.
She can talk about it. Yeah.
The third department is about the gratitude department. That means that the people who requested for some wishes which was fulfilled, they are not writing back to God saying thank you. So that the gratitude part of it is missing. People are busy writing letters to God saying that grant me this, grant me that. I wish this, I wish that, I request this, I request that. But once the request is fulfilled, then nobody is writing back to God and saying thank you. That's the part of it.
Oh, so that is why they were sleeping.
That's why they're not getting any letters. So they don't have any work. So that department, they're sleeping.
Oh, I see. I get it. Thank you.
Yes.
But
that was a very good
Meera,
yes.
She wants to say
Meera,
something.
just a question: is anybody being grateful in this story? From somebody's asking for something, that's one department is busy. Somebody is fulfilling those desires, and the other one is not thanking for what they got.
Yes. People are not writing back to God saying thank you for fulfilling my wish, for granting me this. So they're not doing that. Yes.
So one department is for where people are sending requests. Right?
Requests, yes. Processing the requests.
Processing requests.
Yeah.
Second
But basically, nobody's being grateful, thankful.
That is correct. Yes. Okay. So let me take this opportunity to say that there's another story written by a Western person. I don't remember the name of the author or the book, but once I know, I will send it to Shri. This is about a person who her life was falling apart, her health was falling apart, and she just didn't know what to do. Then she said, okay, let me, instead of just cribbing about everything, let me just write down what I have. So she started writing that, okay, I have this, okay, I have this, I thank God for that. So she started writing, and then she said, let me write 5 things I'm grateful for. And then she wrote 5, and then she said, oh, I have one more and one more and one more. And she was sitting all night writing pages and pages of all the things she was grateful for. And her life changed dramatically. This is a true story. And once I get the name of the book, I will send it to Shri. Then another story I want to share is about a Sufi saint who was telling his disciples to be thankful for everything. So once they were going from village to village, and then the Sufi saint, they did not get any food. People did not feed him in one particular village, but still the Sufi saint was saying thank you and everything. Then the disciples didn't understand. They think, why are you thanking? Whom are you thanking? What are you thanking for? We didn't get food. Then the Sufi saint doesn't say anything. In one village, they're actually stoned. They're thrown out of the village and they're stoned and everything. And then the Sufi saint is sitting and thanking God. And these disciples are, they just don't know what's going on. They said, well, why are you there? We were all stoned, we were hurt. Why are you thanking? Then the Sufi saint says, because I'm thankful that all these days we were given food, we were given shelter. And so that is what I'm thankful for. So the story says that just because something bad or something something which is not really positive or something negative happens in our life, so it doesn't mean we should stop thanking. We should always be able to thank for the things we enjoyed.
Excellent.
Great, great.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There was one more request, Shekhar Dada, and that was towards the once we are done with the questions, can we practice thank you meditation so that in the record, because a lot of people have asked this question, how is it exactly done? So if we can do it together,
yeah,
also be like a a demo for.
Sit straight, please. With your hands on your lap, with open palm up. Sitting straight is important. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Keep exhaling. Keep exhaling. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Put your tummy all the way to the spinal cord, the spine. Almost crush all your air out. And then you inhale with little constriction on your throat. And mentally say thank. And exhale with constricted throat. Mentally saying you. Exhale. Completely. Keep exhaling. Hold for 7 seconds. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Always say thank when you're inhaling. Hold. Inhale. And say you mentally. Inhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Now breathe normally and sit quietly. Ideally, sitting quietly for 30 minutes is very, very helpful. But we'll cut it short for 2-3 minutes. But at home, whenever you're doing it yourself, you can sit longer. When you're saying thank you like this, you may say thank you for what? For everything. To whom? To everything. To that which is everything. That existence is what you're thanking. So you are incorporating, you cannot count how many things you can thank. So you just thank. And you to who? You is nothing, not a person, it is existence. Astitva. You just thank Astitva. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. The last chapter of the book is the crescendo of the entire concept. You will feel it in your bone marrow, inside your bone marrow, that last chapter. Don't read it before. You just read it towards the end. When you are gradually finishing the book, you read it that time. Don't read it before to understand what it is. Sequential every chapter gradually. Thank you so much with immense gratitude. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shekhar and Praveen. And all of you.
Shekharji, my gratitude towards the divine who allowed you to write the book.
It is divine, divine forced me to write the book.
Correct. Thank you.
All right, I think we should close the session. Okay.
Yes.
And I have the recording. I'll can have somebody process it. Krishna is the person, not the Krishna Somachi, but Krishna Kumar, who processes the recording, and I will post it whenever it's available. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. Okay. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste, Suresh. Nice to see you.
Namaste. Thank you very much. Thank you, Shekhar.
Namaskar.
Namaskar. It is so simple and it is so beautiful.
It is so simple. I tell you, it is so simple.
So nice. Thank you.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you, Shekhar.
Thank you, Shekhar.
Thank you, Shekharji.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you.
Thank you.
So
Wonderful.
Manju, I will share your contact with Shekhar.
Thank you. Sure.
Sure, sure. I will
Thank
look into it and I'll let you know. And if I
Yeah.
don't know, I'll let you know that also.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to. So, Neeru, you have any questions or comments?
I just want to say that wonderful session means I learned so many things. I'm also in neuroscience field, but never thought of this as in a neuroscience field. It's just all how brain works. So very nice, Shekharji. And also I have, I always think that all people are educated and they learn and they know about brain and they know about this thing. So how do we get this thing to the common people who are laymen towards all these things, like if you have to tell someone who doesn't know anything about this, how, because we know that right now the meditation was excellent, So
It was so simple. We see that
it is
it
so
was
simple, right?
7 breathing in and out and just sitting quietly for 2 minutes itself. That was so calming.
But
Everybody felt it, right?
yeah, if you want to give this message to common people, like a general in the public or like that, how do you start? Means what do you say to them?
You become that what you want to say. They will ask you, what's going on? Neeruji, what's going on in your life? They will ask you, let me tell you, you become the magnet and they will come. The flower does not advertise to the bees that come, please come. Bees come because they are spreading the fragrance. You become that fragrant flower. And people will come and knock at your door. Neeruji, what the hell are you doing? I want to know what you're doing. Whatever you are doing, please tell me. They will beg you. This is the secret. You may say, you might want to just check it out. Do never convince anyone. Never. They'll run away.
Okay.
Do not convince anyone about this thing. This is so sacred. You cannot convince anybody. People convinced against their will are of the same opinion still. So this is a quote by Les Brown, by the way. Les Brown said that people convinced against their will are of the same opinion still. You cannot convince anybody enough. So what you just if suppose let's say you have a book and you read that book and you're fired up about that book, all you'd say is, I would like to, I am so excited about this, but I'm not saying that you must also be excited the same way. Maybe read a few lines, few pages. If you like it, great. If not, don't worry. A very, very non-committal approach. Because people over here are more into what you call meditation and yoga and all the heavy-duty good stuff. It is easy to communicate with them. But outside, you have to become the magnet. There is no choice. Everybody amongst this audience, whatever 41, 42 people were there, if all of them become magnet, they can be a epicenter for change in the universe.
Yeah. Wonderful. That is excellent.
Yes.
And
overall, that's what's happening in Sri Yoga.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes, that's exactly what is happening. Yeah.
Yeah. Very
It started
nice.
with one person's dream, and that's see how it is gradually getting in there. And this is how it is.
I don't even have a dream, but it just happens.
It happens. It happens because see what he is. He just this is the difference. I have talked about this inspiration and intention. intention and inspiration. This is what is the difference. Intention, when you do intention, it is your ego is involved. Whereas when the inspiration happening is the consciousness or the universe is trying to direct your pathway. You will just sit there and it moves you into the direction it is supposed to move you. So this is the beauty of it. So this is inspiration working, and inspiration is contagious. If from Sriji something got happened and it contagious to me also. So that is snowball effect. This keeps spiraling.